Welcome back for another update. The Final Four is officially set. We have Auburn and Florida facing off for a shot at the title, and then we have Duke and Houston squaring off for a chance at all the glory. For the first time since 2009, we have all four number one seeds in the Final Four. And also for the first time since 2009, we have brackets that have picked the entire Final Four correctly. Huge congrats to GMOM number one, Blake and Morgan, for joining Pop as the only brackets to ever correctly pick the Final Four. Maybe picking all the number one seeds was the right play all along. Now for a little bit of bad news. Nellie's bracket has officially ran out of steam. She has 0 points remaining, and it gets worse. She broke her own record from last year for the lowest scoring bracket of all time with 21.5 points. Nellie, you'll bounce back. I'm sure of it. Better luck next year. Anyways, now on to a leaderboard update. GMOM number one is moved back to the top and has a 5.5 point lead over Morgan, who sits at 107.5 points. Mariah rounds out the top three with 103.5 points, but with only 16 points possible remaining, she won't be on the podium for much longer. There are only 3 games left in March Madness 2025, the 2 Final Four games and then the championship game. We have 10 brackets who still have 64 possible points remaining, 16 points apiece for picking the winner of each Final Four game correctly, and then 32 points for picking the champion correctly. Those people with 64 possible points remaining are GMOM number one, Morgan, Blake, Dad, Tonda, GMOM number two, David, Gray, Micah, and Mom. With 6 of those 10 people picking Duke to win it all, 3 picking Florida, and Gray picking Auburn, it could still shake up in a lot of different ways. So first, let's go over everyone who still has possible points remaining, championship brackets. GMOM number one's bracket has Florida beating Houston in the championship game. Morgan's bracket has Duke beating Florida in the championship game. Dad's bracket has Florida beating Duke in the championship game. Tonda's bracket has Duke beating Florida in the championship game. GMOM number two's bracket has Duke beating Auburn in the championship game. David's bracket has Duke beating Auburn in the championship game. Gray's bracket has Auburn beating Duke in the championship game. Micah's bracket has Duke beating Florida in the championship game. And Mom's bracket has Duke beating Florida in the championship game. So here's what that means in a nutshell. There's 8 different scenarios in which this can play out. So bear with me and we'll dive into them. Feel free to pause each scenario so you would see how you can finish. Scenario 1. Florida beats Duke in the championship game. Scenario number 2. Duke beats Florida in the championship game. Scenario number 3. Florida beats Houston in the championship game. Scenario number 4. Houston beats Florida in the championship game. Scenario number 5. Auburn beats Houston in the championship game. Scenario number 6. Houston beats Auburn in the championship game. Scenario number 7. Auburn beats Duke in the championship game. And lastly, Scenario 8, where Duke beats Auburn in the championship game. After going through all of those scenarios, there is a little bit of bad news for 7 of us who still have possible points remaining. No matter what happens, myself, Sydney, Jake, Mom, Mariah, and Grant will not end on the podium, no matter what. And in turn, we will not be taking home any money. However, we can still jostle for position to beat our arch rivals, which seamlessly brings us to the next to last Battle of the Block update. First up, Mom and Dad. Mom, the only 2 scenarios where you would beat Dad is Scenario 2, where Duke beats Florida, or Scenario 8, where Duke beats Auburn. Either way, it looks like you need Duke to win in order to take down the defending champion from last year. Again, I know rooting for Duke isn't your strong suit, so good luck with that. Dad, rooting against Duke should be easy for you, so best of luck to both. Now for myself versus Sydney. If scenarios 5 or 6 come into reality, Sydney will beat me, and I'll become the chocolate milk slave for the week. But if Florida or Duke win on Saturday, I will prevail, and in turn, Sydney will earn the week-long chocolate milk duties. Good luck, babe. Love you. Seth versus Jenny has officially come to an end. With Jenny having 0 possible points remaining, Seth has officially won this matchup. Jenny began doing brackets with us in 2019, and their head-to-head record is now officially tied up at 3-3. Looks like next year's Battle of the Block will have some major implications. Next up is the Battle of the Collegiates, Jake versus Mariah. Jake, I'm sad to report that no matter what happens the rest of the tournament, there's no possible way that you can catch Mariah, as you only have 16 points possible remaining, and you're 28 points behind currently. Mariah has officially won this matchup, bringing their all-time head-to-head record to 3-1 in favor of Mariah. Jake first did the brackets with us in 2022, so Jake, you might need to change up your strategy, bro. Gray versus Tonda is one of the matchups that could still go either way. However, there's only 3 scenarios in which Gray can take down Tonda for the Battle of Charlotte. Scenarios 5, 6, and 7. If Auburn beats Houston, if Houston beats Auburn, or if Auburn beats Duke, Gray will win. Tonda, you just need Auburn to lose, and you're in the clear. Good luck to you both. Next up is Micah versus Jax, another matchup that is officially concluded for this year. Micah, you have dominated Jax again this year and are now 2-0 versus Jax all time, as he is only in year 2 of the brackets, compared to your 17-year tenure as part of the brackets. Way to go, Micah. The Jedi Council approves. Grant versus David is another one where there are a couple different scenarios in play. In order for Grant to take it down, he either needs scenarios 1, 3, or 4 to play out. Basically, he needs Florida to win or Houston to beat Florida in the championship in order to take down David. Grant, as a rookie to our bracket pool, it would be impressive if you took down David, who has 12 years of this bracket pool under his belt. Gmom number 1 versus Gmom number 2 is again shaping up the exact way we thought. Here's a fun fact. The only way that one of Gmom's brackets does not end up on the podium is if scenario 2 plays out. If Duke beats Florida in the championship game, Gmom will not earn a place on the podium. However, if any of the other 7 scenarios come to fruition, Gmom will find herself on the podium and taking home some cash. And on the flip side of that coin, if scenario 6 plays out, where Houston beats Auburn in the championship, Gmom will not only win the brackets this year, but Gmom 2 will also get a 3rd place finish. Best of luck, Gmom. You could rack up a good chunk of change here in the near future. Blake versus Morgan is also going down to the wire as they are both major podium threats. However, the only 3 ways Morgan can take down Blake is if scenarios 2, 7, or 8 plays out. She needs Duke to win it all, or Auburn to beat Duke to topple Blake, who is one of the 5 people that is on year 18 of this bracket pool. Impressive stuff. Lastly, Cameron versus Nelly. Neither one of you can earn any more points, and Cameron has beaten Nelly. This brings their all-time matchup to 1-0 in Cameron's favor. While neither of them had anything remotely close to a decent bracket, it was fun having you guys involved, and we hope to see you back next year. Lastly, a shout out to the 5 members who have been part of this bracket pool every year since we started back in 2008. Dad, Seth, Blake, Gmom, and myself. We are officially the OGs of this bracket pool. 18 years running, and there's no signs of slowing down. That's all for this bracket update. Good luck to everyone this weekend. Only 2 more updates to go, and March Madness 2025 will be in the books forever. I hope you all are having as much fun with this as I am. We'll catch you on the next update.